Welcome, Pisces. This is your weekly focus for the week of July the 29th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Let's go right to the cards, shall we, Pisces, and see what is in store for us for this upcoming week. You're usually the final reading, and this week, before we even go to the cards, there is a really mixed bag out there of all kinds of energy. But there is more of going within than there is outward movement, although there is outward movement. So, but it's a lot of thinking through what we want to step into rather than what we're already doing, unless it's releasing, letting go, completion. So let's see what the cards bring for you, the underlying energy. Underlying energy for today. Look at this. Where is your focus? Okay, Pisces. The most important question you can ask yourself throughout the week is, where is my focus and where does it need to be? To keep your attention towards your tomorrows, your goals, your dreams, your desires, your wants in every area of your life. Where is your focus? And where does your focus need to be? Our first card is the Eight of Wands, which tells me a ton of opportunities may enter your life this week. The horizon expands for you. There is so many more opportunities, adventures, learning experiences to step into, new relationships, growing relationships. This is a fantastic week for you for embracing where you can go, what you can do. So this really is a week that you need to understand where your focus is and where your focus needs to be. Because when you understand that and you start turning your focus back towards where your focus should be, as you ask yourself throughout the week, you start to see the opportunities appear. You start to see the adventures come to life for you. We have the temperance card, having more by having less. Okay, so if anything, clean out those closets and those cupboards and the basement and the attic. I mean, get rid of that stuff. It is just lingering extra energy that you do not need in your world right now. Having more by having less. What is the right balance for you personally? Not your best friend, not your parents, not your siblings. What is the best balance for you in life? How much sleep do you need? When do you want to get up? When do you want to go to bed? And yes, that all has to be tempered with reality, I know, but at least we can come to some conclusion of our best life ever, because then we have that sleep cycle pattern. We have when we eat, we have what we eat, when we eat, why we eat, when, what it is we're eating, and really getting specific about what is the true joys in my life and what just takes up space. And then judgment comes in here. So strong energy, judgment. A few people have gotten judgment, which is telling me that you also are in this stage of great transformation. You are leaving behind a lot of the old in order to celebrate the new experiences, the uncharted territory that awaits you going forward. Something may come into your awareness this week, your path this week, that is a gift to you in some way to tell you that thank you for all of your work to this point, but here's something to tell you you're on the right path, that you're going in the right direction, to just keep going and to bring about that rebirth, that new person, that the person that you want to be going forward. You know, that person that walks with the, whatever you want in your, how much abundance and the prosperity and the love and all that surrounds you, exactly what you want. Okay, not what everybody else has, not what everybody else thinks they want, but what you personally want and need to come into your life. Okay, so where's your focus? That's asking you here. Okay, and then when we start to keep our eye on our focus, or where our focus goes, our goals, our dreams, our desires, we start to see the opportunities that open up to us. The doors start to appear, the horizon starts to expand. That's when you have to come to terms with what is really important to you, what makes you happiest, what works best in your life, what brings in that stability, or that, that sense of, what's your routine? How does it need to change? What's your habits and behaviors on a daily basis? What do you want to change about yourself? Maybe you procrastinate a lot. Maybe that just doesn't jive with who you want to be going forward. So see yourself as the person that never procrastinates. See yourself. And I do have a procrastination thing on Patreon. I think I keep adding to it too, more stuff to it. So, I mean, there's a book included there that you can read. What is it? Master your time, or master your energy, or master, master you. Um, I think it's master your time, but don't quote me on that, because my brain isn't there. It's on your reading. uh but there's that, or it could be that you don't think yourself worthy enough or deserving enough, so see yourself as that worthy, deserving person. Seriously, start to put that kind of energy into your happily ever after picture. Start looking at you as the individual. Okay, what surrounds you? What makes you happy? Even if it's just tomorrow, if I woke up tomorrow, what changes could I make in my immediate surroundings, in my immediate environment, to bring in more happiness, more joy, more a sense of safety, security? Happiness and joy, I think, are really big here, because I got that again. Happiness and joy, happiness and joy. That's all I'm hearing here. You're creating happiness and joy, and you may be doing that in your relationship. You may be doing that in the work environment. Let's turn and see what's the overriding energy is the world card. It's all about letting go. It's all about letting go, because there is a brand new tomorrow for you. There's something, especially with the judgment card here. And that is where the judgment card has shown up in a couple of readings right here, saying you are, just as the week's coming to an end and stuff, you get this realization of how, how you fared so far, what you've accomplished. Something comes in to say, you got this. Something comes in to say, keep going. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful. Keep the belief in yourself. You own this. Underlying energy, the underlying energy for the entire reading is that card. This is the card that cradles, I guess, these cards. Okay, just the ones here. So it's a limited. And what do we have? We have the star card. You have the star card and the judgment card. Now, the star card is a renewed sense of hope. It's about making the impossible possible. Easiest way to describe that card. You start to see, as you start to see what kind of balance you need to bring into your world, you also get rewarded for what you've done and telling you to push forward. And that's where you didn't believe you could go forward. That's where you said, yeah, I probably won't get that far, but here I am trying, climbing that corporate ladder, whatever it might be for you, or I've got all these ideas and I've done this and this and this, and it's been hit and miss, but something comes in that gives you that shining light directly down that straight path for you, where the obstacles aren't there anymore. The limitations aren't there anymore. Maybe you're just getting rid of old beliefs here. You've always lived your life on this, on these tracks, right? Believing in this. And, maybe it was like my parents, they were from the era, they brought me up to, you go out and you get a good job. And college and university isn't important, as long as you get a good job, good in a factory or something like that, perhaps. And where you got a good, strong union, and then you stay there for 40 years, and then you retire. And they usually give you enough money that you have a decent retirement. And and I did, when I look back, I did exactly that, because that was what my parents taught me, and nobody was around. There wasn't a Tilly in those days showing up on YouTube to say, look at the tracks you're on. Do you really believe that if you follow this, that you're really going to be happy throughout it? Because really, you know i I I I could have had so many more different adventures and opportunities to step into, that was more in line with my passions, my dreams, my desires, who I was as a person. but I followed the rules, right? So maybe you're just following the rules of something that your parents told you, or a mentor, a teacher, somebody you looked up to, of how life was supposed to work, and you've been going by those guidelines and it ain't working for you. Okay, or maybe it is to a point, but we just can't breach that little jump there, right, into spectacular. So it could be something like that. As we walk into the week, we've got the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles also talks about some kind of reward present comes in to, but it's also about the balance in the relationships. What happens within the relationships? You may be looking at your relationships and saying, this doesn't work for us, or you know what, we need to have a time when we're together every day. So supper 5 o'clock, kitchen table right here. Okay, we're going to take turns cooking, and then we're going to eat out once a week to balance it out, or something. We're going to do, we're going to have game night. All of a sudden we're going to have this new habit in our household. We're going to have game night where anybody can come over, kind of family. That is always going to be game night. And if it's just the two of us playing cribbage, or a whole bunch of us playing charades, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to have a game night, or maybe a movie night where we all get together as a family, and or maybe we'll move from house to house, and once a month somebody has family night at their house, and we all get together as a family and just do fun things together, and things like that. Or where is the balance in the relationship? Is it all give, 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 or is it all take, 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 or is it a two-way street? Is it a mutual thing where you love each other, support each other, defend each other? You know? Um, and as we leave the week, we've got the High Priestess. Are you kidding me? Pisces, look at this beautiful energy. Okay? Look at this, just this half of the board. Okay? We have the Temperance card. We have the World card. We have the Star card. We have the Judgment card. We have the High Priestess card. This is one of these times in life where it doesn't matter what you do, you're being led down this path. So do not fight it. Go with the flow. See what's turning up for you. This is where you start to realize the magic of who you are, and magic surrounds you. So watch those opportunities come to life for you. Watch those adventures show up for you. Watch the magic that starts to unfold in your life going into next week. Those new beginnings, those new starts. So like everybody else, we're doing work here this week in order to ensure that we step into that magic come next week. Okay, let's go work in career. We've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Let's see here. I would have to say we have to kind of nurture our relationship within the workplace, our relationship to the workplace. We have to stand strong and tall for the things that we want to step into. Do not let people poke holes into your dreams, your desires of what you want to step into tomorrow. When it is working towards prosperity or working towards stature, you may want to just donate your time in the community in some way. And somebody says, oh, you don't want to get in with that group. Right away, like telling you for some reason your idea is not as good as their knowledge. What works for you? Middle card. What works for you? Where is your focus, and where does it need to be? On their opinion of your life or your opinion of your life? So I see great strides that can help here. Okay, this is, and you can even be changing some things in the workplace, but I think this is more about you really understanding your hopes and dreams. I don't get this as a present this week, what you're doing in the workplace, as much as the passion and the dream that you hold in your heart of your tomorrow. I mean, not with these cards surrounding it. Look at it. I mean, we got the World card right next to it. There are some things we have to tie up in order to step into a new beginning. The new beginning is coming. We're cutting away the old. So I could see, I wouldn't say everybody, but I'd say a good percentage of you are walking away from a job, or what that job entailed. Maybe you're still working for the same company or something, or maybe it's the same, but you're changing, you're moving into something else here. There's magic for you, okay? Making the impossible possible. You're not doing that for somebody else. No, you're not doing that so the shares go up in that company. You're doing it for you, right? Where's your focus? Where does it need to be? It needs to be on you and your prosperity. Okay. See what love and relationship brings. Oh, look at this. We stand up for who we are. We make a declaration of who we are, of where we're going. Now, we could be doing that just to ourselves, and so everything about how we view our relationships will change. Or we could include that person that we have a relationship with, a friend, a colleague, a lover, a spouse, a parent. And once again, there are some endings here, and there are some new adventures and opportunities coming in. So I think in some way the relationship can change. Now it could change because one of you have work has changed in some way, maybe, or where you have to move in order, and both of you have to move in order to, for one person to take a job. It could be something like that. It could be you saying that. Absolutely. This is about your true balance within the relationship. So you really have to do some soul searching for what you really want the relationship to look like in order to stand there confidently and say, we're going together this way. Because really, you want the buy in here when you stand tall and strong here. Okay, in your confidence. You want the buy in, you want them to say, yeah, let's do that. And I think you can start doing that by maybe entering in a little bit more of togetherness and softness, a little bit more magic, perhaps. Letting some old things go, and that could be old issues that have been kind of dragging down the relationship in some way, and getting it out in the open and talking it through and having some positive dialogue, how different habits or behaviors need to change by both of yous, right? And we're not compromising here. We're not giving our power away. We are collaborating. Okay, it could be where, you're in a relationship and they go out with the gang every Friday night and leave you sitting there, alone. But then come Saturday night, you have plans to go out, and all of a sudden, oh, something came up and they're not able to watch the kids or something, and it's not a fair trade, right? You need your personal, individual, independent time, and so do they. But it has to be a win-win, or we're gonna, you know, cook on alternative nights, and we're always going to meet for supper. We're always going to have breakfast together, or, we're changing different things here. We're going to go on day trips. Okay. We're going to go and have a picnic every Sunday, whatever it might be for you. Okay, but what you're bringing in here is a little bit of softness, a little bit of romance, a little bit of joy, creating memories, a little bit of laughter, and getting creative within the relationship and what you can do. Thinking outside the box a little bit. Remember, it's doing what you feel is necessary in the relationship, not the Ozzy and Harriet version, perhaps. Well, yeah, let's pull one more. If you're looking for somebody, love has a magic of its own. I don't really see, yeah, I see romance here, but I don't see maybe somebody new coming. Oh, well, the Eight of Wands, perhaps there's new inspirations, new desires. You could be attracted to somebody. They could be attracted to you. So there is love here. I don't know if they stay on the path for very long. Maybe they come in to teach you something very small, but I don't think this is that everlasting love. I think there's too much happening as we go into the week for you to make any plans about relationships on top of everything else, although relationships is a big part of it. I think you need to turn it to you and the relationship with self more than anything else here. Our final card is the Three of Pentacles. Will this be easy peasy and a snap of the fingers? No. It'll be about putting your best foot forward each and every day and creating your tomorrow one brushstroke at a time. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, other people are watching. People are taking note of what you're doing and how you do it and how you do it well. They see your talents, they see your abilities, and This is where your hard work is going to pay off in the future. Okay, so this week is all about putting our best foot forward, one brush stroke at a time. Maybe we're changing a habit, we're changing a behavior, we're mixing up the routine a little bit in some way, we're getting a little bit more creative, or we're allowing our inner expression to come out in a very unique way. We're making some new ground rules about who we are and where we want to go in life, and we are awaiting the magic that's going to be coming in. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.